Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
Alright, y'all, welcome back to a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It looks like the Fantastic Four first reactions are starting to come in, and they're saying a bunch of shit we ain't never heard before. Psych, they saying the same thing we always hear. Let's see. Fantastic Four first reactions say film is one of the best things Marvel has ever made, with stunning visuals and excellent performances from leading cast. I have never heard them say that about any of their movies. That's crazy. No, they say that about every movie before it come out. Then we all go as fans and see it in theaters, and we're like, this shit is trash. I don't think Fantastic Four is going to be trash. I think it's going to be a good one. I don't know if it's going to be top 10, but I think it might hit top 15. I don't think they messed this one up, but that's just from what I've seen from the trailers. I don't like the Silver Surfer, but I don't think it's really about her either. So, Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps has been unveiled to members of the film press, and first reactions are praising the MCU epic as visual feast with snappy, confident storytelling. Hey, I'm a sucker for some visuals, especially if you're doing the whole outer space thing. I'm a sucker for some visuals. If it look cool, you can gain some points with me. Next Best Picture Editor-in-Chief Matt Niglia wrote on X that the Marvel tentpole lives up to its namesake, Fantastic, hailing the film's excellent leading quartet and delightful retro futuristic aesthetic. Yeah, I do like the 60s vibe. I felt like as soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, that works. And the fact that it's a futuristic / retro, George Jetson type shit, I'm fucking with it. You know what I mean? He wrote, combined with Matt Shakman's snappy, confident storytelling, this is an intriguing and satisfying first step to Marvel's new team, easily the best depiction of this quartet on screen to date, as the MCU continues to regain control of the ship and steer closer to Doomsday. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm on Team Doctor Doom. I'm on Team Galactus. I really hope the bad guys fuck these people up, because honestly, the only character I really like is Johnny Storm. You know what I mean? I liked the Thing when I was a kid. The older I got, the less I cared. Johnny Storm is really the only character carrying it, so I'm Team Galactus. You know. Entertainment journalist Brandon Davis also took to X and shared his thoughts. He wrote that the Fantastic Four was one of the best things Marvel has ever done, and compared the visuals to those of Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. That's good. That's good. Hey, that's a good comparison, man. That's good visuals. Galactus is awesome. Silver Surfer looks really, really good. That's not a good, really, really good as Cap. And we've seen the Silver Surfer, bro. Don't lie to us. VFX were often immaculate, Davis wrote. Cosmically and on Earth, Matt Shakman dropped a visual feast. Now, I will say this. I don't like the look of the Silver Surfer, but I won't hate until I see it in theaters. Because I hated on the kaiju for Superman the entire time. And then when I saw it in theaters, I was like, it wasn't that bad. Some of the stuff, when you see it in theaters, it's not that bad. There was a couple of scenes in Captain America that I didn't like, that when I saw it in theaters, I was like, okay, that was better. The Superman, when he was spinning around and flying, his eyes were still pointed different directions. So I still noticed that. That still looked bad. But everything else that I have seen still looked good. So I'm still holding out that the Silver Surfer might actually look good, even though it's not Norman Rad. People staffer Sharer Jury echoed the praise, writing on X, Fantastic Four was breathtaking. She gave particular kudos to Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby, who played MCU's power couple Reed Richards and Sue Storm, respectively. Stunning visuals, a moving story with witty banter, and epic action. Marvel's first family delivers one awesome ride, she wrote. Pedro Pascal nails it as Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby stands out as Sue Storm. She's a shooting star. I mean, you know, I think she's a good pick for Sue Storm. I wish they kind of would have went younger with the cast. That way they would have been around for a long time. But I think, you know, they're gonna probably get out 10 years out these people, and then, you know, they're gonna dip. Rounding out the leading four alongside Pascal and Kirby are Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. First Steps follows the titular Super Squad as they defend Earth from the gargantuan planet-eating space tyrant Galactus. Matt Shakman directs with a script by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, and Jeff Kaplan. Yeah, that's cool. They just talking about everybody who worked on the movie. Variety exclusively reported that John Malkovich was originally set to appear in First Steps as one of the Fantastic Four's earliest foes, Red Ghost, but was ultimately cut from the film. Shakman said it was heartbreaking not to include him in the final version of the movie, adding that he was honored Malkovich had joined the project in the first place. Did he still get paid? If you cutting my shit, I better get my money. What? There were a lot of things that ultimately ended up hitting the cutting room floor, Shakman said, when we were building the 60s retro future world, introducing all these villains, introducing these four main characters as a group, as well as individually introducing the idea of a child. There was a lot of stuff to balance in this movie, and some things had to go ultimately in terms of shaping the film for its final version. Yeah, you don't want to overstuff your film like Superman. Like, don't put too much shit in the film like Superman. You know, that's cool, I guess. I'll be honest, I don't even know who the Red Ghost is. I know Mole Man's in this. You know, you got to have a few villains. I heard they did a great job building the universe and making it feel different. But, you know, I mean, the fact that they cut your character, man, they can come back and do it better. You know, I really wish they would take their time on some of the villains, man. I really wish they did. Fantastic Four is a story about family above all else, where each member of the team is equally important. No one is underserved. The movie excels when fleshing out various bonds between Pedro, Vanessa, Ebon, and Joseph. The retro 60s aesthetic works on all fronts. Yeah, man, nothing but good reviews. Are there any bad reviews? I gotta go look for some bad reviews. It looks like they're all good reviews. Fantastic Four is a masterpiece in the visual effects, and the score is a huge standout. Galactus is huge in IMAX. Does IMAX really do something for y'all? I went to an IMAX theater to watch Superman. I didn't even know if I was sitting in the IMAX. I was like, is this really what it's supposed to be? Maybe I'm supposed to sit up front. I saw some people had their tickets and they were sitting up front. Does that help the IMAX experience? Because I was in the IMAX, I'm like, it didn't feel like a big theater to me. Maybe I got the wrong theater. I'm gonna try it again, but this time if I go and I'm like, this don't feel like you saying it's supposed to. Maybe I'll go to. I feel like the little theater. Maybe I'll just closer to the screen. I'm not sure. Let's go down. Fantastic Four friggin' rocks more than any Marvel movie before it. F4 feels like Jack Kirby's imagination brought to life on the big screen. Between this and Superman 2025 might go down as the year of movies finally embrace wonderful weirdness of comic books. If you're putting Superman in there, I'm not gonna put it down in history. It's not gonna, no, absolutely not. It can go down in, mystery. It can be cool for a little bit, and you can go back and reflect on it. But we're not. If it's on the level of Superman, it's not legendary. Okay, this movie for me, out of 10, it needs to at least be if you can hit an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm a shill hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be hyping this movie up. But if it's just like a 6.5, like Superman, I don't be talking shit. And the thing is, I'm the comic book movie guy. So whenever I go to work, they ask me, "Was the movie good?" I'm like, "Man, save your money." You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, "Save your money," or like, "Yeah, it's worth it." You know, and that's depending on the people. But once again, you know, if word of mouth is what make these movies go. Let's check out the comments, okay? Ed says they also love Snow White though, so there's that. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna say that about every movie. They're paying these people off to say this, so I'm not even sure if I can 100% lock in on what they're saying. I'm hoping they finally got it right. The previous tries were just okay, but Stan Lee's first creation deserves to be done right, and especially if they also get Galactus and Silver Surfer right. He's like, I'm not too much peaked on the change of gender. I can live with it if it is performed well. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how everybody feels, bro. I think that's how everybody feels. They made Silver Surfer feel less cool. That's a miss. I expect this to be another piece in the downward spiral. Ratings and reviews are paid off jokes these days. Exactly. It's not even like... It's like, if you're going to have the paid reviews, have the fake paid reviews. Like, even on Amazon, they're going to have a couple 1 stars, like, "Oh, I didn't like it didn't work, I had to send it back." Even just to so it doesn't look fake. You know what I'm saying? If everybody says it's the greatest thing since Endgame, it makes it hard to believe. And then we go in there skeptical. Now we start analyzing the movie even more instead of just watching it. The shills are working OT, I see. That's crazy. Either way, if the movie's 8 out of 10, I'm going to be a shill too, so I don't care. I'm a Marvel fan. As long as it's not like a 6.5, all right? Be better than Captain America. Be better than Captain America, all right? Like the video, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's time to